Okay guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, thank you for checking us out. If you're not new, you know this car. This car was a 50 trim automatic SRT swap. We did a pile of work. We swapped it to 5-speed. I sold the car when it was an automatic, so we just continued working on it. Unfortunately, the old owner that bought it off me kept changing his mind, running into issues, buying things he didn't need, going bigger, which is never an issue. But the issue is when you don't drive it, tune it, and buy stuff accordingly, you're just wasting money. And well, when you don't get paid to work on it, you get pretty ticked off, and we told them we had enough. Now, if we told them we had enough, why is it here?
Always doing stupid things.
And that stupid thing would be, the owner messaged me after we told him we were done on this car. He found out it wasn't easy to find somebody to finish the car up. Now, it only needs little things. You're probably paying someone, it'd be about $2 to $3 grand, I think. The transmission has to come back out. I think it needs a clutch or a throwout bearing. It needs a 3.5 bar map sensor installed, so you gotta drill and tap the intake manifold. It needs your MAC valve done. It needs a whole bunch of stupid small stuff. But stupid small stuff adds up to our time. And when we didn't own the car, it was like, okay, you need this. Then you're waiting 2 or 3 days. But when he brings that out, he brings out something that he thinks is better, but then you gotta change it because it's not working. For example, you go down in here and you'll see there is a little fuse panel because he wanted the battery in the back. I don't want the battery in the back, so that's going right back where it belongs.
It's more of a headache.
But what was going on was he blew the fuse. No big deal. Go get a 150 amp fuse, toss her in, you're good to go. Oh no. He went and got a 600 amp fuse, which was a breaker, which was smaller, and then you got to change the fittings, and then you got to, nah. So that's when we were like, enough's enough, we're done with this. So if you're not familiar with this car, let me bring you to the future. That is not as dramatic as it was supposed to be. Okay, let me bring you to the future. You get the pun? The future? Back to the future. Okay, so yes, it has Lambo doors. And it's pretty dark in here, but we'll get to that another day. So, Lambo doors, they're going. Body kit, it's going. All this red crap, it's going. Painted mirrors. I remember the conversation I had with him, that these folded, and not to paint the outside of this mirror. Guess what? He didn't listen to me.
Well, no, it was the...
Didn't listen at all. So, fuck the mirror. Mirror's gone. Who paints a mirror? That is stupid. Yes. You can paint this piece, but you don't paint the base. Like, that looks stupid. So, mirrors off, gone. Lambo door. You're lucky I can't kick the door off because I do that. Get back here. Oh God, get me the keys. I gotta show this trunk. This just blows me away. So,
this car was definitely built in the early 2000s.
this car was nice in its day. Don't get me wrong. It's a rust-free neon. It was well worth what I paid for it. But, so here's another thing. He came out one day. He was like, I want you to adjust my trunk. For most people, it's not that bad. He didn't like this gap. I wouldn't either, but there's a reason behind it. Ready? Fuck, wrong key. That's going too. All right, here we go. Woo! Who does that? That's just as bad as this.
And he polished those.
I'm gonna polish them right up. Anyways.
I'll run them for
Don't be shy now.
And then you get...
That was perfect for the wintertime.
I remember when he brought that out. I was like, why did you get that painted? That is stupid. You don't open your trunk. No one cares that that's red. But, so... Now I had a deep breath. Money was just put in the wrong spot on this. Oh, yeah, it's like $400 on eBay. So, he wanted nitrous, which was fine. We started installing nitrous on this car. But then he wanted like 10 different spots that the nitrous would purge out the car like it's Too Fast, Too Furious. So then we're like, we're not doing nitrous. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then he found out that nitrous was expensive. So then he bought a CO2 system because he didn't want to purge the nitrous, but he wanted to purge the CO2. So this is, it just gives you an idea of what we were going through when it came time for this car. So in this day before, this car actually still held up really, really well. There's no rust. You know, the paint was probably done 10 plus years ago. Someone broke the mirror, I don't know why, but the mirror is broken, we'll fix that, that's no big deal. It's on BC coils.
That's not right.
Yeah, exactly. He polished his hat to his drum, his disc brakes. Polished it. Like, why? So, game plan. All the stuff I said is coming off. We want 500 plus horsepower out of this car, which, with what it has now,
More than capable.
way capable. We can probably hit 600 easily with this setup.
Yeah.
Just,
You'd run a turbo before you run an engine.
yeah, 110%. That's why I bought it. And it felt really good to take that mirror off. Really, really, really good.
On my other side.
Don't. So, first things first, trunk lid can come off. Ah, side skirt. I want to rip the freaking side skirt off. They're molded in, so we got to get it off. Let's get the grinder and see how well this is going to be. Don't cut the fender. It's on there pretty good. You were saying?
It's still on there pretty good.
Piano bond.
You see a little bit of rust.
Give her a yank. It's because it's screwed down below. That's why it ripped there.
Yeah.
Well, you're just gonna break this off anyway. These brakes not even on.
Because it has to go downward more than anything.
Yeah, you want to come down so it rips here.
Push on there. Strap on.
So far, only 2 screws hold that in spot.
3.
Hopefully nobody wants it.
Don't want to do that for so long. So, first part of de-ricing. Get rid of that Wigs West kit. So, we'll take the bumper off. We're going to show you what we're going to go with for a bumper. We're going to basically copy Jeff's car. For once, I'm copying Jeff. We'll get the bumper changed. We'll get this off because, oh, do I ever want to throw this? I'm going to end up just keeping it right outside. We'll get the rear bumper off because, well, kind of figured when you get down here, obviously there's going to be some panel bond. We're going to take the flapper disc, grind that up. We're going to have to grind off all this panel bond, which is not, well, double-sided tape there. And probably panel bond there. And we're going to have to just clean it up, probably grind up in here, feather it out, and then we'll end up priming this. But the car is really solid. Means, me being me, if you don't know yet, we're painting it green! Hey, if Stradman can have all purple cars,
You don't really have a lot of green right now.
not now.
2.
Okay, so then we'll 3.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
and then the
One's not even going to be most.
And the other project, so we do have a Dassault K-swap we're doing. It's going green. So it's F8 green. So, well, a bright green, a really bright green, and then a dark green. So next thing on the list, that ugly bumper has to go. Unfortunately, I can't rip it off like I want to in a million pieces because, well, I sold it. So I kind of need to recoup some money from this. And look at the massive intercooler. AGP race. Some of you guys might not like the bumper I'm putting on this. There's a couple reasons why I'm doing this. First thing first, this is not a real SRT. Let's just get that out there. Second thing is, define an SRT bumper. Define an SRT bumper in Nova Scotia. Ain't happening. They got them from me, usually. And then you need to find one in good shape. That's the hardest part. And I don't want one that's been cracked and fixed or nothing like that. So I'm doing this. All right, so we're gonna have to trim it some because it's really tight on the race intercooler. And actually, the race intercooler is supposed to be trimmed on an SRT bumper, so that would be why. So we have an SRT design bumper going on it. So next thing of de-rice in the neon, Chris can take the rear trunk lid off. Gonna keep the third brake light and the SRT design. Let me show you. The SRT design right here and the stage question mark. Obviously I want to keep that. Don't want the wing. Don't want the flip-flop. It should be good enough just to pull right up and out. And take it right outside for now. Now we do have an OEM non-spoiler trunk lid. Let's face it, the car, I want a clean looking car. I just want something subtle, but like bang, there I am. So it's gonna be subtle looking, but it's gonna be a flashy color because, well, who doesn't like a little flash? So next, I'm gonna get Chris to do what he probably doesn't want to do, but get underneath, and we're gonna take the rear bumper off, because that's the last thing to de-rice this car. Good thing is the inner fenders aren't attached to the bumper. They're just sitting there. That's not the old owner's fault. That's not my fault. That was whoever built the car originally. At some point in time didn't do it, or just I'd say they didn't do it. So you'll see here, and that's probably why this bumper has flared so much, is because you can't, like it should have been like that. See how it flares out? But if you would have put a screw in it, it wouldn't have flared out. De-rice it some more. There we go. Oh, you gotta get the... And that can just go right outside. Right out into the garbage. And if you want it to, you can bring the new rear bumper. It looks so different. But unfortunately, you gotta always go back before you can go forward. You need to fix down. Yeah. There. Which then, we don't need to be too fussy.
Yeah, no,
because it's coming back off anyways, right? So what's gonna end up happening next, obviously we don't want to be bolting this stuff on right now. But if Chris pushes in on that back part, so it goes towards the front of the car. No, just do the corner right here. There you go. See, that will fit perfectly fine. And then, well, obviously it will be bolted. We're gonna put the Mopar lip on it. This is just sitting there right now. There's no latch on it, so. But no trunk lid or no wing, no holes to mess around about. We're gonna change the color of it all. So right now, color don't matter.
Stay tuned.
And then we will obviously cut this for the bumpers, or for that. This has to clip up, which is there too. Technically, I think it's supposed to be down underneath. I don't know. But for now, that is what it is.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain is...
But like that, we have it off. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna fit the doors just to make sure they fit on. That way the hinges can stay on spot. We'll put the new hinges, the factory OEM hinges in spot. Fit the door. That way I'm hoping that, well, the hinges need to be painted anyway, so there's no point in painting them and putting them on and trying to mess with fitment. If I do it this way, the door can fit, I know it fits, and then it's just undo the hinge from the door itself, and then it's easier to line back up. All right, so we did get the old hinges off, so the vertical door hinges off, and then we did put on the pair that we got from the junkyard. So all we're gonna do is latch at the spot. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna latch it onto the striker so he can lift it up to where it looks like it needs to be. I'm gonna tighten it up.
in my veins, I've been driving this.
So the best thing I find I usually do is just latch it here because we can adjust that striker. So you can see that while the door is not shut all the way, I think the striker needs to go in some. But He's gonna open that up. We got the 2 bolts back here holding that in spot. Gonna do that with the ratchet wrench. Come to this side, and just like that, this side's already done. So if I go to this side, it should just open up like a normal door. Thank God, because that was ridiculous. Now, I did notice something down here is, you'll see right here, let me get a light to show you guys. You'll see right in there, there is, right there, they cut the tab off of that. So I'm gonna have to weld the tab on that. And what that does is it supports the side of the fender a little bit. So if I put a tab there, I can get it to where I want it so it can sit flush here. And then I can bolt that in and it'll be a little more tighter. Obviously, it's not a big deal that it's not there. I can just tack on, all it is like a little piece of metal that comes out the hole with a clip and a nut clip basically. So it's pretty easy to do. The reason why I'm putting the fenders and hood and everything back on is because I want to get it all primed. I want to make sure if there's any dents in this car, I can go around the car, I can wipe the car down, I can put some tape on any dent that I see. And the good thing about that is that I can prime the whole car. Well, I'm not priming the car. I'll be priming the spots that I fix. So if there's a dent in the door, I'll fix it and I'll prime that. So I want to get the whole car, pick out all the dents, get it in primer, and then I'll take the doors off and I'll start prepping the jams. So when I go to paint this car, I want to do it professionally with no tape lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the doors off. I'll paint the quarters inside both door jambs, the roof, and the engine bay all as one, and inside the trunk. So when it's for a complete color change, there'll be no lines to show you where I tape the car off, because I won't be taping the car off anywhere. So then what I'll end up doing after that is I'll hang the 4 doors, I'll paint the doors, put them on, again, no tape lines, and same goes for the bumper. Now we did get a full Mopar lip kit, as you see down there. So this car should look, I'd like to say pretty decent. It should look brought into our era of time. So it's not going to be, you know, Lambo doors and a body kit, but it should perform what we want to see it perform as. And we'll be back tomorrow.